When I was growing up, a lot of sisters in the hood had natural bodies. They had natural booties, natural breasts, nice sized lips. A lot of our women wore weaves and a lot of our women wore natural hair. But just, we didn't even have a thought process of getting genetically modified bodies and fake booties and breasts. You might have saw W women with the fake breasts, and I remember hearing my older sister, that's a lot of years older than me, say, "I'll never let them cut into me or do any of that stuff to my body," because that stuff just wasn't something that was part of the culture. Our women was always naturally thick. I remember going to Lil' Kim concerts and Foxy Brown concerts with the Il Na Na, and women would have the Daisy Duke shorts on and the cat bodysuits on, and it was just all natural bodies. But now we in the day of social media, the day of technology, and these women now are getting fake boobs. They getting their stomach, their tummy tucks, fake booties. They're doing a whole, everything is just fake now. And that brings us to this woman from the UK. Her name is Kaydell Brown. And Kaydell Brown went over to Turkey to get some augmentations done to her body. And it didn't turn out well for this woman. She went to get these augmentations. She went to get a tummy tuck, a breast, so her breast done, and her booty done. And man, this girl, she saved about $5,400, 5,400 pounds, you know, in British pounds, which equivalent to about $7,000 in U.S. money, right? This was supposed to be for her birthday. A couple days after her 38th birthday, she went to this place in Turkey to go under the knife. But this is what happened when she first got there and when she was celebrating her birthday. Check this.
Happy birthday to you.
This was Kaydell Brown's final birthday. She died 4 days after this celebration. A hard-working single mum of two who'd hoped cosmetic surgery would boost her self-confidence. And so, with her sister Leanne, she travelled to Turkey for a so-called mummy MOT, but never came home.
For her, we're going to get her life back. So she just wanted to get there and have it done and get her old self back. That's all it was for her.
The sisters were enticed by a cut-price deal for flights, hotels, liposuction, a tummy tuck and a Brazilian butt lift. They chose a surgery called Clinic Expert, which bombarded them with looks they could achieve, repeatedly offering discounted extras. Leanne spoke to us alongside their other sister, Siobhan.
When you go in and you're paying, they're your best friends and they'll help you with anything, but once something goes wrong, it's left to yourself. Goodbye.
And for Kaydell, something did go catastrophically wrong just hours after she took this picture.
I'd asked a few times how long she was going to be, and they just kept saying she's coming, and then I got a knock on the door and 3 people walked in and just said, "Can you come with us, please?" They just started trying to say, you know, there's complications of surgery, and I just said, "As my sister died?" And he just said, I'm sorry, but yeah.
So she asked them, has her sister passed on? And they said, yes, your sister has passed on. But just when you thought it can get any worse, they got even worse news. Check this out.
Was refused access to Kaydell's body. When it was finally returned to the UK, more devastating news was to come. To their horror, a coroner here told them that large parts of Kaydell's organs, including her brain and heart, had been removed.
When they returned her body, they'd kept pieces of her heart and her intestines.
How hard was that to hear?
Baby, I didn't think it was allowed, but they said it's legal, they can take what they want. I thought you'd have to ask at least permission from family before you took anything, but...
They sent a death certificate straight away and just put there's not even a cause of death.
Kaydell, Mrs. Brown, was missing parts of her brain and other parts of her organs. And this is crazy because, like I said, you in these third world countries, you over there in Turkey, they can do whatever they want to do. So when she first was unalive, they didn't have access to her body. So in the process of them not having access to her body, they extracted these parts out of her body. So now the news station that was interviewing them, they decided to go down to the Clinic Expert, right, to get a consultation, a fake consultation, to find out how this thing works and how it operates, to do an investigation on this place. And this is what they found out.
Using an ITV News undercover reporter, we held a consultation with a telesales agent at the clinic.
I'm just looking to get more information on the mummy makeover. As you can see, I'm just all a bit, I really want to go ahead with it. I've been thinking about it for a while, but you hear all these stories about things going wrong.
No, miss, we are perform a tummy tuck procedure, every day at least 6 or 7 cases.
We have confirmed 2 deaths at the clinic since 2011, figures not disclosed during our recording.
What's the worst thing that can happen with this, and has anyone ever died?
I can truly say that I never ever faced of this kind of serious experience in my entire career.
This is very tragic. And her sister said that this place was like a pop-up butcher shop. But when you hear these stories is not just unique to the Brown family. These are stories that happen to women all over the world. And the sad part is it's happening to a lot of black women and women of color. There's another woman telling a story about her girlfriend that went to get some surgery done, and she found out that one of her organs was missing. I mean, it gets real crazy. This is what she was saying.
A lipo and she had a tummy tuck, and then she has a physical, right? And the doctor tells her, hey, we just got your blood results. Why is your kidney count low? So then the doctor says, have you had any surgeries? Have you had any surgeries in the last year? Yes, I've had tummy tuck, I've had BBL, all of these things. So she has a CAT scan done, and during a CAT scan, it shows up she only has 1 kidney. So down in DR, this botch organ selling doctor took one of her kidneys. She thought she was getting the steal of her life. She was like, $3,500 for all that. Yes, sign me up. Little did she know that the doctor was actually selling her kidney. I don't know how much kidneys go on the black market, but I know it's way more than $3,500. Please just don't get a BBL. Like, if you can avoid it, please don't get it. And if you do want to have a bigger butt or and whatever it is, go to a doctor that you know is good. If this doctor is only charging you $2,000, $1,000, $3,500, that is not a good doctor.
So this woman went and got some surgery, and they ended up taking out one of her kidneys. I mean, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding me. No pun intended. But they ended up taking out one of her organs. And I'm going to say something. Well, you know what? It's sadder because there's this Asian doctor. He was talking about BBLs and what happens, like 1 out of 3,000 women can be unalived on the table when they're taking a large risk when they get in these surgeries. And he talked about putting emphasis on black women and women of color. He said this.
1 in 3,000 women who undergo this surgery die from it.
And these are healthy pre-screened women. So these aren't
healthy, these are young women,
folks.
and often they're young women of color.
I'm going to say this. A lot of you sisters out there may have some form of low self-esteem where you feel like you need to get a BBL to boost your confidence up, to get more attention to yourself, to draw where you can feel good about yourself. Man, when you could just go work out. But I'm going to say this. This is my question. A lot of you women out there are mothers. You can say you love your children, but in your actions, your thirst for attention and for your thirst for attention, we find out, is more powerful than the love of your children, because you're willing to put your life at risk and take yourself away from your children just for what? For a BBL, for something that's in fashion right now. Like, you can see the horror stories of what's happening to these women on these hospital tables in these foreign countries. You are a mother, and you will put yourself in that situation. How can you come? That's like a black boy saying he loves his mother, but he's running around. He doesn't want to make his mother cry. He loves his children. He loves his family, but he constantly choosing the streets over his family, over his children, his wife, his mother. His love for the streets, that lure for the streets, is way more powerful than that of his children, his wife, his mother. Well, when you get enamored by these BBLs and these fake boobs and it's all this, and you know the risks that come with it, and you are a mother, then you are putting that over your children. You can't say that you love your children more than that, because your actions speak louder than your mouth. So you have women that are dying on these tables or being unalived on these tables all over the world, and they're leaving children behind. So what did they put first? Their thirst their thirst for attention, their thirst for this body, to help with their insecurities, or their children. There's nowhere in the world at this point, with all the things that's happening, that you would want to go overseas in these third world countries and have them put you to sleep and go inside your body. You don't know what these people are doing. You don't know. But you're willing to take that risk. You're willing to take that chance because you that thirsty, you that insecure. Man, that's insane. That's insane. And I'm telling you women out there, this video reaching to you women that's thinking about that. Think about your children first. Put your children first. Please. This is a sad story, man. This woman died a couple days after her 38th birthday, and she left 2 children behind, man. And for what? But I'm going to cut this video short here, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. If you made it this far, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.